believe to make playoffs,
I think it's 5 losses.
Yeah.
See something
you
like
can
that.
make it as 10-6, and you have to be a really good 10-6. Like, I think you have to have a round difference that's like really high, if you know what I mean.
Do we have 10? Is 10 here?
10 is there, but I don't know if his mic's on.
I need to speak.
10 is here.
He turned down main teams that were
Okay, true.
2 wins and forfeit wins.
Okay, that's
and all
still
losses.
main teams.
No, dude. He turned down shitty ass main teams and shitty ass IM teams.
You know, I personally think Tin's a little salty because
I look at it this way. A main team.
Plus,
I mean, look at the difference between main and open is an incredible skill gap. So even to be able to get these type of offers from these main
even if they're 0-8 main, an 0-8 main team is better than an 8-3
Swall
team.
could replace OC on next esports. That's what you just said.
That's not what we're saying. We're saying that the offers were there. Next esports is a very
Next esports isn't an IM team. They're a main team minimum.
A very good IM team on their way to main, and possibly even more coming up the next season. When I look at this, I see Swirl. I see the numbers are there. The teammate aspect is not there. If the teammate aspect is there, if he matures as a player, I think he could be maybe on a
not mature as a player, mature as a person. Because his attitude is retardedly stupid. Like I asked everyone on Next Esports about Swall, and they all said he could frag in open, but will not do anything in IM.
Well, I mean,
he did play
Uniting said that to me.
Yeah, he did have an open game against a pretty subpar team, and he only had about like 60 ADR and 10 frags.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be improved. I mean, maybe as a player,
we're not saying he's the second coming of Jesus, but we're just saying like he's he's worthy of keeping a microscope on. You know what I mean? Like
maybe, dude. Like when you put it, you were
we'll see.
You're like he turned down main teams.
He did. He told me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge discussion. I mean,
I was just pointing out facts. I was just saying, hey, he sees something in this team.
I mean, we see it all the time. These young players.
Like, and what I was just trying to say is like main teams are interested in him, so obviously there's something skill-wise there.
I mean,
that's all I was saying.
I don't think it's because of his age, because we see young players even up in the professional division that are able to perform at a high level and be pretty good off as a person as well.
But we'll see tonight because this team they're playing is really difficult in my opinion. This Tango Worldwide, and he's a young kid, and if he might not take the loss too well if they lose.
I mean, he had some good numbers in the last game, but
that team wasn't so special.
I did not. The T side I didn't really get to watch a lot of it, but it did look a little rough. They did have the 14-1 half, and
and they lost like 8 rounds or 9. I think
it ended up being 16-9.
Yeah.
In the end of it, so obviously some struggles on the T side. Until they get that fixed. But looking at Tango Worldwide, 8-2 in the season. You have to play Train, and they played it a couple times last season. 1-1, 34th in the Central Conference, a little bit better than Misfits here. And we got Lawless, Outcast, NW, Nervous, and Blaze. And last 3, they've undefeated, pretty comfortable wins, 16-7, 16-5, 16-4. So it's pretty healthy victories there. And I mean, I look at the stats for this team, and I don't really see anybody that necessarily pops out. Like their players.
I think everybody pulls their weight on this team.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
I'm pretty sure this is their easier team, though. Like, the one they're facing right now? The easy team?
The other team was easy.
No, I think the other team was a little easier. I think this is going to be the tougher task. But yeah, look at their stats. I mean...
And they've been together, this team, Tango Worldwide, has been together for a couple seasons now, I think.
They played, I think they played a
Max DEMO 13
at
connected.
least 2 seasons there.
Max DEMO 13 disconnected.
I mean, like I said, I look at these numbers. I mean, they're all over the place. I mean, they've used a variety of players. They've used 8 players already this season. So that tells you something. Even to be 8-2, not to be consistent, but I mean, the Outcast have played the most. He's got over 200 frags in the season. I mean, the ADRs are real close. 95 on the highest player, though. That's NW. He's got 95 up there. Blaze, Nervous. They're all up there. Lawless a little struggling behind with the 78 ADR. But I mean, I wonder if this team is good tactically, which is why they're 8-2, or whether they've had I see one forfeit loss here, so they're not getting a bloated record via forfeit losses. We see that sometimes in the open.
I do believe that that Misfits actually has about 3 or 4 forfeit wins.
Yeah.
I think 3.
I think 3. So their record is a little bloated as well.
A little bloated. I mean,
a little.
That hurts you.
It happens in open though. It happens.
It hurts you a little bit when it comes down to the tiebreakers and when it relates to opens and the tiebreakers and whatnot. But there's honestly nothing you can do about forfeit losses sometimes. I mean,
sometimes teams just die. They don't show up.
Misfits didn't even have to play Inferno. They just got to double both of their teams. So, I mean, God forbid when they have to play Inferno, maybe in a playoff matchup if they make it there. But Tango Worldwide, Outcast, 88.9 ADR, 8.827 FPR, and I had some pretty gaudy numbers. Had some really nice numbers. 115.5 ADR and a little over a frag per round versus HG. So we'll get some predictions before we start this from you guys.
I think if Tango Worldwide, they just need 5 rounds on T side and they're good because Misfits don't have any strat for T side.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting some words in from the chat. Swall has come into the chat and said this will be the easiest win ever.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've gotten the message from this.
I like the confidence.
I do like the confidence. I've also Dismembers has just sent me a personal message saying Inferno's their best map. So just some clarification.
And I also seen I watched Swall right last game. The other team was ecoing it, and he stands in the open with a rifle facing all 5 of them, and gets fucked and loses the round because of him. Standing in the open for no apparent reason. He stands in the middle of everything, no smoke, no flashes, and gets fucked.
What I just have to wonder
his positioning is.
Why are all the Misfits members tuning into the chat? They should be focusing in on the game. They have a very important
calling
game.
Out their dedication.
They have a very important game, and at any moment right now, they are tuning into the stream of their game. I mean, I understand it's all fun and it's open, but you're trying to make open playoff. I mean, you lose this game, that's in jeopardy. We're talking you got to win out. I mean, especially since a good team like Tango Worldwide, it's not going to be easy.
I kind of think that fucking greatness is biased because he's kind of the coach for Misfits.
Well,
so he's on the roster.
If you want someone who's anti-bias against them, or whatever the word is, that's me.
I haven't shown any sort of bias against any team, and I haven't really helped any strategic wise. I gave a little tidbits every now and then with the Misfits. They're struggling a little bit on the T side. I've seen.
Who's Max Demo? Is that just a random viewer?
It's a random viewer.
Okay. I thought it was one of them. Okay.
Shout out to Max Demo. What's up?
All right. Anyway, your player to watch is Swall, right?
Yeah.
For the Misfits. My player to watch, and this may be for the wrong reasons, is Codex. Because I want him to prove to me, because I'm very critical of him. I want him to prove to me that he is good enough to stay on this team, because I think he is the weakest link.
The thing is, he will never ever get kicked, because him and Mundo are best friends. Friendship.
Yep. Trust me, I know this firsthand. But I'm willing to give him a chance. I want him to step up, get some frags, get some hold his role. I see him lurk Ivy a lot. I see him. Does he play B on CT side?
He lurks a lot. Yeah, he plays he plays outer.
Does he? Okay, so I want him to see. I just want to see him step up to the plate because this team actually has a lot of potential now with the roster, but it should not be dragged down by 1 or 2 sour apples. So I want him to just step up.
I mean, I look at these numbers. I'm looking at these numbers for Codex right now. They're not good at all. I mean,
he's in the 60s.
Codex
ADR.
Could be easily cut tomorrow and it'd be completely.
No, he can't be cut.
No, that's the issue. That's the issue with open teams is that there's a very packed mentality.
I'm just saying in general, if he happened to be cut, it would be for good reason. I mean,
it would be a productive cut. in my opinion.
I mean,
but I don't think they'll cut anybody for him.
I mean, even the stand-in that played Gonza that played earlier this season put some nice numbers. Played one match, but put up some decent numbers. I mean, I guess that's only one match. I guess there's nothing to.
It was earlier in the season.
This is the most important round because they need CT side.
Is it starting?
Oh,
yeah, it's starting.
Okay, let me tab in.
Let me get into that. So we are.
This is the most important match.
Yeah,
round.
The starting side on train is one of the most important things. I said it earlier in the other game. Like you get on CT side, you get all that momentum with all the rounds packing on. You start on T side, you start losing those rounds. It really gets to you, and open teams don't have the kind of mental fortitude to get past that.
Oh man, it looks like they're gonna win the knife.
It looks like they're gonna win the second knife round again and probably start C side.
Now let's.
Yep, they're starting C side. Usual pick. Let's see if they can follow up a 14-1/2 like they did earlier.
So that was a knife round win by Misfits. Might not see it on screen, but Misfits didn't win the knife round. I'm assuming they picked CT side. That'd be the smart choice to do. They do.
They're probably gonna do the passive hold like fucking for B and.
So Codex has a smoke and a kit, and everyone else has armor. Again, that's kind of a basic buy up for this map because a lot of teams like to take the bomb B and try to molly the bomb and just waste time.
They're not gonna molly it for on the other side.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying like that's a standard anti-strat.
I'm saying that they don't have the molly, so they're not gonna.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
But we are live.
Looks like it's gonna be some sort of Ivy hit here.
And Codex is
They're gonna hit outer on this.
But I like this. This is what we saw in the first match earlier. Ivy control B engages. Member's gonna get the first frag. So good
but
stuff
he's
by
put
him.
down to 2 HP, and Codex also has 3 HP.
That
nade is gonna be juicy if this lands well. Nope, never mind. It only did 4 damage.
Swalt, beautiful headshot onto Blaze. Codex, can he do anything with 2 HP? Their old hell here, looking to find a frag here. They're player towards ladder, towards retray. Oh, Mondo gets the headshot here, but Codex goes down. Badger, if he goes on its ladder mount, might have a free frag, and he does.
Oh, Badger with the headshot.
And it is a 3v1.
Wonderful shot by him.
NW is going to need to hold down the fort. And he does not do it. Badger will get the frag. That's the open pistol round in favor of Misfit.
That was just great individual play by the Misfit side, in my opinion.
I didn't really see what Tango Worldwide was really doing there.
They were just trying to do a standard like A crunch from ladder and IV, but Brandon got a good kill that stalled them, and it just sort of froze in their tracks like a deer in the headlights.
So Tango Worldwide is going to be fighting the bullet, taking a full eco here. A couple of deagles, P250s out on the board. Other than that, I think this may have spotted out a shoulder. Should've. Not sure with the extra you can see it. But Swall, that's a good start. He's got the M4 this round. Hopefully he doesn't lose that. So, just pistols in the hands of Tango Worldwide, but what is Swall doing? NW, another one! What in the world is Swall doing? It's the stuff we're talking about. Overconfidence here, just outside the bomb train, just sitting there.
And NW with 2 beautiful one-taps, man.
Makes
it looks like it's still in the favor of Misfits here. They're in a 3v2 situation. They have the guns.
If they
lose this round, this could be disastrous for Misfits.
You have to win these if you're Misfits. No armor on these players. Limited utility, just upgraded pistols. And NW just runs out of T-Connect. How does he run out of T-Connect and just get 2 headshots like that? You cannot let that happen. And the 2-man of Badger's going to have to hold it down on the B side. And Badger!
Oh, Badger whipping.
He gets his 2 kills.
The kills. Oh.
Close round though. That was good by the Tango Worldwide. That was probably the best situation they could have asked for. They had no armor, standard P250, some deagles. Good sign of discipline from them, not going for the usual force up. They're saving for ops, they're saving for smokes. They know that that's what you need on this map.
Yeah, Misfits reading the economy very well. Sticking with a couple SMGs here. I'm on the Codex.
Codex throwing that nade a tad bit too early.
And Marco might be in for a little shooting gallery.